Bitch. See, new cards. I gotta write more of these because there's so many blank. Irish spirits. Ancestors were completely severed from their gods and had their eyes and voices stolen from their culture. Celtic deities reject those who turned away. So those who turn towards Christianity, they now reject. That's what I picked up on while writing the card. I'm just going off my own basis of knowledge when I write these. For the most part, I'll look up like how to spell the name. You came back from a party, you're drunk. Oh God, not the drunk type, man. I love some of these cards too because I mix together like a lot of different religions and different deities that I know about. Jorogumo or Jorogumo, a yokai, which is like a Japanese demon within Shinto, the religion Shinto. A yokai of Japanese folklore that becomes a beautiful woman and tricks newlyweds, destroys relationships, and controls dreams. They are capable of stealing life and eating wandering souls. What does that say? Oh, okay. They're capable of stealing life force and eating wandering souls. Sorry, I couldn't even read my own thing. I couldn't even read my own shit. I'm trying to see. I'm not even in the greatest of moods, to be honest with you. But I gotta anyways, cause the dreams I've been having are so draining. But they're definitely telling a larger tale for the fall. For a lot of people, shit is fucking crazy. I gotta make a separate channel for all of my like world messages. Cause that's just gonna be fucking crazy. Cause some of the shit I pick up on is just woo. Hey Sage Queen Guidance. Not the greatest movie either. Yeah, for real. I don't know, it's like I'm in a mode where it's lukewarm, right? I'm not hot, like as in I'm not like angry, and I'm not really, feeling down either. It's kind of just like I gotta get people to open me up. That's why I came out here. I like fuck, man. I've only been around like 2 people, so and we need to clear some fucking air up in this hole. I was just out watching the stars and shit. I am that bored. Trust. I am that bored. He went down and felt he couldn't handle the pressure. Jesus Christ. You went down to the floor. Oh yeah, you do floor dancing. You're funny as fuck. Yeah, I'm free to do readings. I've been waiting. Alright. I'm glad you had fun. That's good. Get out there and dance it all off. They pack these fucking cigarettes like shit. Whatever pack this is, someone fucking with it. Like, it don't even smell the same. It's not stale. It just don't smell the same as the other one, which made me kind of stress a little bit. Ooh, I like that song. Go back. It's a lot of Lil Wayne tonight, y'all. A lot of Libra. Lots and lots of Libra in there. Hey, Kimberly. Y'all don't see me inhaling too much because I've smoked a lot. Too much vaping. Burnt my soul out and shit. Oh yeah, it felt like I'm hit. Like, what the fuck did they pack in there? Cause the filter ain't even working. I accidentally changed the song because a bug was on the screen. Oh my god. Yeah, it's that type of night. What did it say? Destination. Thank you, Sage. Where are you from? She said, don't you get all personal on me now, nigga. Shut up. Set a sticker because people don't. And you're alright, you're alright. Fucking play, girl. That's okay. Yeah, I know why, because I typed in the wrong thing. That's my bad. Let me change it just in case anyone else tries that fucking faulty ass link. Hold up. Alright, got it. That's my bad. Nah, that's my bad. You from the UK? Damn. Alright, let's see. What's your questions? Okay. No shade. I was just bringing your situation a little bit. Jeremy, what you doing up in here? You said in flatulence. Shut your mouth. Yeah, there we go. You ever try scrying? I have actually before. Only playfully though, like usually when I'm high. Playfully. Yeah, I saw that one coming, Sage Queen. Why the soulless side of relationship with Emiliana? Jesus Christ, these names are wild. Let me change this on too. Yeah, see, there it is. Quit acting like you've been with me the whole time. Acting like he's single and shit. Single like a Pringle, but really he in that whole ass relationship. Yeah, well, you know, I feel like you even got a little cocky with it because he was feeding you lines. He was feeding you lines. Candlelight, water, and mirror, maybe a fountain. That'd be fucking dope. I'd love to do a stream dedicated to scrying. All right, so yeah, so I mean, essentially, the situation started out as like, I don't know how you wasn't suspicious of his behavior in the first place. Niggas just don't act like this unless they want something. And I'm not necessarily blaming you for the situation because it does, you know, it doesn't really look like your fault at all, to be honest with you. But you know, I mean, basically what I'm saying is that you know better. Okay, you know, you definitely know better. I feel like he went after you. I mean, he essentially targeted you in some type of way. All right, let's see. Why did he do it? Okay, so what they're basically saying is another question. Like, does he need a reason to do it? Can he just be a hoe? Like that's what they're saying here. Can he just be a hoe? Because when it comes down to it, he doesn't have really any respect for his relationship or his women. Okay, as in plural, like as in there's many women who felt this draw towards him and this pull towards him where he's entertained it. So I'm just saying, like, to me, it be looking like a whole plot. Like, this nigga, he likes to get money from women usually, but I can even see here he uses women for sex, for pictures. That's what I'm picking up on mainly, for pictures. He takes gambles with certain types of women because he feels like certain women are just very vulnerable and dependent on him, and he likes that. You know, he likes to be able to manipulate and use people. He gets obsessed with like the sexual aspect though, for sure. Yeah, he's obsessed with the sexual and spiritual aspect. I don't know if you met him through spirituality in some type of way, or maybe you met him through that, but they are talking about like, I mean, both of them kind of watch you, if that makes sense. Both of them watch you, but I feel like that's separate. It's separate. I'm gonna say it's her that's doing the spying and shit through fake accounts. It's her. But for the most part, I want to say both of them kind of do it. Not together, but they both kind of do it. Yeah. So you went towards him with some like needy ass energy. At least that's from his point of view. You went towards him with like some needy ass energy, like you needed someone, and he kind of filled that hole for you, or try. You know, he tried to play with it. He's like, you know, maybe I'll do this, do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you know, and play with you. He said it was, you know, he might have even said like, oh, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to catch feeling. Whatever. He didn't catch any feeling. Okay, and he definitely meant to do it. Okay, he meant to do it. There's no accidents that could happen through this situation or scenario. You was gonna find out at the end of the day, and whether you did or you didn't, he was planning on, you know, doing a little shutdown, ghosting thing at the end of the game. So that's just the way it is. You know, they're saying you sold yourself in a way that's like you were maybe a little bit naive on the situation, or too trustworthy on the situation, because you got a little restless. You said, I want a relationship now, and you thought, oh yeah, you know, maybe I can manifest one, or divinely guided, or whatever was told to you, because I feel like it was told to you. that like something was supposed to be divinely guided, or my God, this is your partnership, this is that. Maybe you went to another reader or whatever it was, but you know, that's what it is. You know, you tried your best to follow suit, like to follow like the line of a relationship, but you knew shit was moving way too fast. I mean, you knew that no one was going steady in the situation. So you should, you know, at this point you shouldn't even be confused. It's like you was eating up every word and shit. Like I said, it's not completely your fault, obviously, but you do have control over how much you share with people and how much you give to people. And you need to be aware of that, especially with someone who is, you know, you're intuitive, you're spiritual, a little, you know, I could see a little spiritual urges up in here to run away. It was, readers kept telling me he was my twin flame. Well, I mean, twin blame, I don't believe it. On this channel, I don't believe in twin flames. I don't believe necessarily even in soulmates. I believe in people we've known before, but that doesn't necessarily make them a mate. You understand me? Like, they're just not, like, divinely guided, really. Like, for real. For real. Divine my asshole. Jean, uh-oh. Jean. Define where they at. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so you said, why she lie when you asked him? I mean, they're both toxic. She's the one that kind of like puts out this in and out energy with him. They're constantly on and off. Like, that's their relationship, is on and off, on and off. But they are somewhat like they have like this emotional toxic bond where they'll always crawl back to each other at the end of the day. And I feel like in order to spite her, he might have taken you on in some type of way. She's like, she checks his phone and shit. I mean, she's all over his social media, like all over his social media. Like I heard she has rats everywhere or something like that. But that's like just accounts. She has rat accounts. Like, she's all over the fucking place on shit. Where she will read his she'll get on his phone when he's in the shower type energy. She like that. Believe that tarot can't tell. I should have asked that question, but yeah, tarot really can't tell. You probably should just go. I mean, I've used the pendulum before and it's been accurate, but go to the hospital. Like, that's not a me thing. Stop. No. Oh, stop. I hit Stubby in the face. I'm sorry, baby, but I don't want you up here right now. I'm trying to read. Oh, my poor baby. She's like, why did you bat me down? I just put my hand in front of her face when she was trying to show. I'm sorry. You always land on your feet. Oh, poor baby. Now, no attention right now. You gotta settle for just sleeping. So cute. Okay. Can't believe they were both in 9A. What the fuck did they get out of doing this? It's not, but you're using like they, right? It's two separate scenarios where it's like he goes in on you to try to make his bitch jealous. It's two separate. I won't put my hand in front of your face again. I'm sorry. That was rude. My cat. You're confusing it, right? Because it's not like, oh, both of them like hee ha ha kiki. They're not best friends. They're not like fucking school buddies and shit. It was one of them was trying to piss the other one off, and so he went in on you, and they might have had like a little bit of a break in the relationship, but he was always planning to never go further with you. At the end of the day, you kind of fell for it because you allowed people to skew what you truly felt internally was that it was bullshit. Okay. Stubby, do you need to get up here? Oh my god. Update you in exactly 2 weeks. Okay. Jean. That type of responsibility, 19 years old. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying, you get ready. Are you excited, scared? What's going on? Mentally, emotionally. Because you be good now. They were friends, and I assumed it was because he told her to. No. No. If she was stalking you, there's a reason why she was stalking you. It was not because so it was probably related to both of you that, oh, this is just my female friend. That was probably the situation on both ends, where he was like telling his chick, that's just my friend. That's just one of my friends, or one of my friends, or whatever it was. Maybe he relayed that story, but it was never ever going to be serious with you. You understand me? That was always kind of on and off in that type of relationship thing. Well, I wouldn't even call it necessarily a relationship. It's a codependency. Trying to trigger jealousies and insecurities within both of y'all, basically. I mean, if anything, you are kind of the monkey in the middle, I guess, of their relationship toxicity. And whoever was like I said, whoever the fuck was telling you, oh yeah, this is twin blame, and this and this and that, how did you believe them? You're intuitive. How did you believe any of that shit? You were intuitive yourself. You should have known this was coming. No, don't do no, like, rose-colored glasses and shit. No. Could just be stressed out. Don't want kids, so this is bad, but I will accept it if it is. So it's pretty unlikely. We'll see, right? At the end of the day, I know you'll do whatever you feel is right, and I know that it will likely be the right choice. So go to the doctor. Told her that me and him were seeing each other, and she was like, they were just friends. Told me I had nothing to worry about. They was just friend. They was off at the time, aka he was having sex with her, but they wasn't necessarily in the relationship status. You understand what I'm saying? They was in a relationship prior to this for sure, because I pick up on the boyfriend girlfriend energy easy, like, in-house boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're sleeping with other people outside of the relationship. He was trying to trigger her, and he did. This is successfully what happened, was that he triggered her, but he also triggered you. My being was telling me, and I ignored my intuition. Yeah, your intuition is crazy. You have a very strong intuition. It's like that trait within you is super dominant, right? That's the first thing that comes up. Like, it's not even, you don't even feel like the emotional value right away. It's like instantly your intuition is telling you who that person is, what their intentions are. Trust that feeling. At the end of the day, trust that feeling. Like, you can scout out everybody. I feel like you're that type of person who can scout out everybody else's spouses and lovers a mile away when it comes to shady shit. So reading low-key made me cry though. Best one yet. Learned so much and I'm not planning on my future. I liked that reading a lot. I watched it back before I posted it. It did cut off. Like, there was a point where it cut off, like, what the fuck? But no, I like that reading a lot. Very grounding reading. This whole situation triggered my intuition like crazy. See, do you do tarot? So do you do tarot? Do you do something that, like, frees this aspect of yourself where you're not constantly doubting yourself, right? Because the fact that you see fucking quacks all day, quacks, tarot readers, shitty tarot readers, not even tarot readers, they tell people what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. The fact that you trusted those people over yourself worries me a little bit, because of how intuitive you are and because of how strong you are, personality wise especially. What's your sign? She's stalking you on social media. She def more than platonic. Yo, it's an on and off situation where they was together. Maybe they're in an open relationship and he was trying to trigger her. And he did trigger her, and then they shut that shit down real quick. Right? That's why she was doing all that stalking and that retarded shit. I mean, Sage, let's be honest here, too. You have more stalkers than just these people. You have more stalkers than just these people. People, you like to overshare. That's your thing. You're an oversharer, and so people get invested in certain aspects of you, and then you get more stalkers. So I know that because I do sometimes the same thing. As a Capricorn, like, you know, I say what's real and on my mind whenever it comes, and then that garners some sort of attention that isn't necessarily something that I want. So I'm just saying that oversharing. You're a Sag, okay? Sagittarius, okay? Makes sense, man. A little oversharing and shit. What happened to my music? I shut down my Instagram today. Just make. I mean, who did you show someone your channel or something? Because at the end of the day, they're always gonna try to find a way to watch you and stalk you. You know, switch up your username or something. You shouldn't have to shut down all of social media, even though social media is a little bit toxic, just to get rid of these fucking slime balls. You know, if you block the account, right? It blocked it on Instagram. You have the choice to block all accounts that are created also by that particular IP address or person. Scorpio and Venus too. Saw that one coming too. Saw that one coming too, for sure. Because you're like, you like to share yourself with other people because you feel like it is of value, and I like that because when you put yourself at kind of like a higher standard, I think you can give really good advice, especially when it comes to love. Like, you don't look down on people for dealing with these types of situations. So that's good. That's good. But what you gotta do sometimes is zip your mouth, because when you're giving out information like, I'm dealing with da 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 da, you know, all over everyone else's channel and handle and shit. You're like, no, you know, I'm dealing with this dude, that dude. You know, oh, this dude's a scumbag, that dude's a scumbag. Keep some of your personal details to you. To you. I'm not hating. They're both toxic, like you said. I didn't think you were. You didn't come in with that type of energy. You are pissed off. Don't hide the fact that you are a little tiny bit pissed off, because I could see your anger bubbling below the surface, but you're using other ways to get that out of you. Maybe you're using tarot reading as a way to get rid of that emotion in a different way, but I can see the bubbling under the surface, so I can see it. Okay, I'm not blind. You know, I know Sagittarius are quick to up and leave, and so Scorpios are quick to up and leave when something is just not it. But the bubbling, I could feel it. Because you have a very dominant personality, and people get scared of that shit, man. I'm telling you, if you, like, trust yourself, you're going to be such a good tarot reader. Just fucking trust yourself. Fucking trust it. Bro, I feel like you're one of those people who are like right on point, but then you're like, oh, you know, I don't really know. This might be. No, don't say it might be, because it is the situation. That's what it is. That's all it is. I love intuitive folk because, Jesus, really, truly intuitive folk are actually quite rare. So, that's it. Scorpio Venus. He did say he was scared of me, right? Because he thought you was gonna do some voodoo tricks on his ass, which you could have, but that's not your style. So, like, you don't. Let's be honest, you don't care that much. Well, you did invest feelings. You didn't really fall in love. You didn't really fall in love because you knew at the end of the day what it was. You just couldn't control yourself. And you got to learn to control those emotions. And when someone's speaking all poetic to you and sucking, basically riding your pussy type shit, then you got to regroup. Yeah, I've been told by psychics and readers that I'm very intuitive, and he said I was a witch. Well, it is what it is. I mean, whether he believes, whatever he believes, at the end of the day, nigga knew he was playing with fire. And he gonna get burnt eventually, but that's not, at this point, it's none of your concern. This is it. The song just came on. So they said, hold on. Where is it? Okay, got it. I forget, but I don't forget. I know they watching. I'm gonna make them upset because I don't forget. I'm still him and I ain't stopped yet. I don't forget nothing. So when they come through, like say they come through on your channel or whatever, I don't know. Listen, you stop showing your people you stop showing the people you talking to your channels and shit. Don't even give them your real Instagram, like or make a separate one. Don't be showing them what you do. At the end of the day, protect yourself because they will come in there, they will ruin everything, ruin your mood, ruin your vibe. I know you don't really give a fuck, but at the same time you do, and naturally your reaction is not going to be a pretty one. Now, if people can't get on with the real shit, the real emotions, obviously that's their problem, but don't act all the character for these fucking pieces of shit. You say too much. People getting all invested in your love life. They're like, ooh, she be talking all this ass. I don't forget. Yeah, they say you're protected right there. You're protected. Steps. Can't keep my big mouth shut. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, people like you because you're real. But like you got to know how people are drawn not only to your realness but also your story. And when they you tell your stories as a cautionary tale, and as people latch into them, right, they rip out their talents and they're like, oh, I'm gonna try to trigger this bitch, like purposefully, especially when you're doing tarot and shit like that. When I speak about my personal battles, I try to make sure it's something I've already been through down the line, like back in the whatever, that I'm already over, so that people can't do that. Like they'll use anything to reap the benefits and shit like that of triggering someone on the internet. And naturally, you do get a little triggered, right? I think everyone has the right to. Yep, everyone has the right to. But you're like, who do I trust? Oh. How do you not repeat a situation like this? That's what you should be thinking about right now. Overall, don't overthink it, but also think about it just a little bit. You didn't even have feelings for a nigga. You didn't even have feelings for a nigga. For real. Nah, you didn't have feelings for a nigga. You just saw he was sexy. Read the description, introduce yourself. Are they going to leave me alone now that the truth is all out? There's no guarantees that anyone's going to leave you alone. No. That's just the way it is, you know. Consequences of sharing yourself. And now you just learn from that. You're going to say, leave me alone, and they're going to still, you know, when you put yourself out there in a way that's like, you know, leave me the fuck alone, that's when they really latch on. But when you just don't act like you don't give a fuck, at the end of the day, they're gonna stop eventually, but no guarantees right now. Hi, Kerry Pope. Yeah, they said it's never easy because the stalkers keep multiplying. Yep, they said undercover stakeout. They still gonna watch to see if you talk about them. Just don't even talk about them. Don't even entertain it. Then they get bored with you because you're not triggered. Hey, Ricky. You said, I also read cards and energy. You're already telling my story. Thank you. A lot of tarot readers up in here right now. But all the respect, at the end of the day, you'll never ever be able to get rid of energy stalkers from like visiting your shit. Because remember, they're obsessed with your whole identity. They want to take down your identity at the end of the day. They're triggered by the fact that you have a more outstanding presence than they do. A lot of that is just, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's necessarily narcissism, it's envy, which does play a huge part in narcs, but it's envy. Allow them to envy you, look at you from every corner and shit, and keep busting it, keep moving. Habib Pili Other King. Only song by Drake I actually like. Stop it. They keep playing that same song. Who's the Libra? Who's the Libra? They just really keep harping on Libras, bro. Libra on the come up type shit. Nah, Libra's just, they said Libra's bad. Me, I've learned before in my life. Oh, I know. I know. Everyone but this is the thing though, everyone has, but the purpose of that person keeping you on block is so that you can stalk them. If they don't block you, know that they're doing it for a reason. They're expecting of you to do that unless you block them. And then at the same time, then it's like, even then, they might still stalk you. And then you get all paranoid because you're like, I feel their energy on me. And you're like, oh my God, was this my fated person or whatever? But we got to stop thinking naive about that type of shit, because just because someone's up in your shit, it does not mean that they are your fated fucking partner, okay? Nobody is your fated partner. You're your own fated fucking partner. Figure out your own fucking life and figure out yourself before you try to figure out a relationship. We got all these people out here traumatizing other people, getting into relationships with them when they're not ready. So essentially, like, there isn't really a time where you can say you're ready, but there's a time where you can be at your best so that you don't fall for the bullshit. And you keep moving through until you find someone who's not willing to bullshit you. And I understand that takes a long time. Impatient people, especially y'all fire signs and Libras. Because Libras are ever loving type shit, you know? They just want to love on everyone. Why does my chat keep going out over here? Yeah, they talking about how Libras talk about, oh no, I love being alone, but then next thing you know, you in a fucking relationship. And then you're like, why am I even here right now? Because you don't really think about getting into the relationship before you're in the relationship. You think afterwards, and then you're like, I regret this. I don't want to do this. And then you're like too afraid to say anything at the same time because you're too afraid to say that you was Google. Why are you doing different voices? Google was doing a female voice when Google was on a man's voice usually. Weird shit, man. Weird shit. Y'all be stalking, be stalked by females. A flock of fucking females. Creepy ass bitches. They said they're all mentally ill too. I mean, that's a given. Can't waste no time. Yeah, I mean, you can have your fun. Celebrate your body, celebrate who you are, whatever, like through sex, chatting up people, crushing on people, whatever. But loving people, that takes a lot more than just I'm in a relationship and I'm gonna be loved. That's not it at all. That's why building the precursor, the friendship, and the building that huge piece in the beginning, which is meant to be a couple of months of getting to know each other. If you still haven't learned anything about that person, that's a problem. No, that's a red flag, right? Because a lot of you ladies out here be trying to get with niggas who don't tell you anything about themselves. If anything, okay, so they'll tell little white lies and whatever, but they never really tell you anything big about their lives. And you're stuck wondering. You're like, oh, I guess this person is this way and that way. Like, you shouldn't have to guess anything. You should know that. And you should be able to ask them that. And you should be able to, like, have that conversation back and forth about yourselves. Don't fall into temptation. Yeah, because, I mean, niggas out here be trying to get off on dominating women. Let me change the fucking song, bitch. Let you keep though. Yeah, they say anticipating the future type shit, but you don't even know. If you don't have any idea of what your future be looking like, why are you trying to add someone into that whole entire fucking debacle? I'm selfish, sorry. So that was the end of that. It's a little bit more than selfishness that's going on in the person's mind, you know. But I think that fares for both of y'all. At the same time, like, you're just as responsible or supposed to be as he is in securing the fact that you should already pre-know. You know, you should already. I'm not saying the first day you won't know a nigga's intention. Sometimes it is that simple. And in the times that it's not that simple, ask many, 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 many questions. Many questions. You'll learn. You'll learn how important those questions are later on. You have to talk about people feeling exposed. You know, these people have no shame, though. That's the way it is. Like, they got no shame. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. Yeah, it's an addiction to fear, to adrenaline. Especially the adrenaline of being caught right now is a super big thing with men. The adrenaline of being caught into between two females or caught between several different. It's like a harem type shit. They're obsessed with that. They're obsessed with like disrupting everybody else's lives, having control of everybody else's lives. You know, you don't gotta be afraid. Obviously, some of y'all are, but you don't gotta be afraid. Constantly, if they talk about their ex at all in the beginning of the relationship, the first month, that is a warning sign that they are still in love with their ex. Okay, people don't just bring that up. Don't bring up your trial. How about like this should be like a contest, right? Because a lot of people will fail at this. Like, the next person to not talk about their trauma within the first month of the relationship should get $1 million type shit, because that shit's very toxic, because it shows that you're unhealed relatively. And then you're just sitting there listening to a bitch. Like, when did you become the fucking inline therapist? When did you become the nigga mom? Like, that, for real. Yeah, they say grow the fuck. These people need to grow the fuck up. Men and women, yeah. Get your money. I hate it so much. It's so offensive. That's the moment where you should just block. That moment, just block. Block or just stop talking. Because it is very insulting. Excuse me. They talking about niggas who use women for their homes, for their couch. For their couch or their car type shit. You're the way that they travel, baby. You're literally like, you know, they got a place to stay, they got a place to eat. They can use your car because you offer that shit to them. Like, you realize that, like I said, you're not their mother and you're also not their provider. Like, their daddy and their mommy should be doing that shit. That's not you. That's not you. I don't care how in love you is. Get a fucking stable job, bitch. Get up off your ass. Eating potato chips and watching fucking cartoons all day, texting women. Get the fuck up off your ass. Hey, Frankie. Yeah, they're talking about how most of these niggas have a main bitch too. So you're not even the main bitch at the end of the day. The main character type shit. Hey, Amy. I think the most unfortunate piece about these types of scenarios too is that some women like being mistreated. Unfortunately, some women like it when a man mistreats them, right? Because it confirms the suspicion, but it be that in itself becomes an addiction, if that makes sense. That feeling. I'm going to a dude's house just in case I don't show up tomorrow. Hope you're. I mean, if you saying that type of shit, I hope you're okay. Damn. Just in case you don't show up. Damn. Don't be doing with no shady ass nigga. Let me change the songs, bro. Money. Just in case. No, I got what you're saying. Y'all gotta start carrying around switchblades and shit. Get your gun license. It's there already. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I got you. Jesus. Yeah. Be careful. I mean, I don't see anything crazy, but don't trust your instincts for real. For real. Y'all didn't tell me it was the wrong end. I hate that so much. Am I really that drained? I can't be that drained. I need to wake the fuck up. Drink this other drink because it's filled with caffeine. Jesus. I talk so Virgo season is a lot about observation, learning the way people move before they move towards you, type shit. Because Virgos work that way, right? They're doing tons and tons of observations before they actually feel somebody out. They're just good at that type of thing. Staying quiet, staying in the background, staying the ghost type shit. You know, more or less, it's definitely yes, horses. Okay. Can I just say cracker? Cracker. Jesus. But I'm sure you're gonna have stories to tell. But yeah, no, Virgo season is all about observation. You have to watch out. You have to watch people. And you can't give all your cards out instantly. Gather the information first. Go to see a man about a horse. Hello, other Amy. Now my chat acting up. Hold up. I gotta clean this fucking desk up. I got too many cards going on. Maybe he gotta work for it. Good. Good. Let's see. I'm gonna mark it out. None of these fucking work. That's great. Why they keep talking about diamonds? Diamond bag. Where his... You said, wait. You said... Where his what set up? What's set up? Where his what set up? His little setup. Oh, you mean his tarot setup. Take a picture type shit. Tell a story. Just got through talking about that with a friend. I would just get a hot mess. Like, if I decide to look for a relationship right now. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's risky. It's a risky, like, you sometimes people go out and somehow they end up finding a relationship that stays together for long term, but at the same time it's like 10 times, it's 100 times harder if you aren't in that mode. There's always going to be trust issues in every single relationship. Even if you grew up with like the greatest of fucking parents and everything like that, there's always going to be these trust issues. He said almost paid in. Congratulations. I'm asking, hopefully you will be able to schedule me in. Of course. Of course. Y'all wondering what I'm doing? I'm just writing more cards up. Crop a hole out the picture. One or two readers that I've actually stayed sub to and stayed to watch. I'm flattered. I'm very flattered. It is a shady fuck. It's a shady fucking world out in this bitch. I mean, YouTube, you either win or you crash and burn hard. You be spending money on somebody who telling you all lies and shit. Some people are easier, like desperate people are just easier to treat. Question went on, motherfucker. We barely talk about white devils. Hold on. Why they talk about white devils? Evil Knievel. It's an event tomorrow called Blunting. That's one you can see. What I need to be more aware of. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just don't be doing no like if anyone offers you something, I could see lace blunts and stuff like that. For sure, lace blunts and shit. You're gonna be tired. They said you're gonna be tired after work too, real burnt out. They said make sure you get something to eat before you go. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, people are always gonna be up to no good in the background. At the end of the day, they said stay out of trouble. I just see it being a lot of fun for you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even with even with like drama in the background and shit, I don't see you having a bad time. Yep. Again, they're talking about lace blunts. I don't see anything crazy. kind of feel low energy lately, but that's what's up. Thank you. I think Virgo season switch off is very, very hard for people because it's not a fun season. It's not meant to be a fun season, and it's definitely not meant to be like party hardy. Let's go out to and drink and buy this and buy that. It's a hard season to keep your money and also to keep your sanity through keeping your money. That's why a lot of people spend through this whole entire season, and then once we hit the real party season, like October, or real good seasons to be spending, you don't have anything left. At the end of the day, this is not the best season for moving. It's a really good season for saving and saving yourself. Not overextending yourself. Because the energy is really not meant for that. It's for expanding your businesses, and it's for yourself. It's for your family. It's for your foundation. Even those of you without the whole family thing in the background, like, you got to learn to build character for yourself. And the only way you're going to ever do that is if you sit the fuck down and stop mixing and mingling. So just make some money. And as long as you're making money, I think you're going to be fine. You're going to have fun. A lot of overworking, workaholic type energy right now too, Virgo. People are going to call you self-absorbed. They're going to call you a belligerent. They're going to call you this and call you that. Doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, as long as you're doing what you need to do for you and yours, that's it. That's the way it is. Okay? That's the way it is. A lot of people have every single wall up right now too. So love and shit like that. Whew. I see a lot of people get into relationships, but false foundation. False foundation. Usually it's a transactional relationship when you get in a relationship during Virgo season. It's transactional. Y'all are getting something from each other. Doesn't mean it's love. Definitely doesn't mean it's love. Kodak. Yo, they keep talking about Southern people. Leave them alone. They say sugar pie, honey bunch. They say sweetie pie, sugar lump. What moon are we in right now? I'm not sure if I did it correctly, but I cashed app just now. You probably did. You know. Ooh. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you, everybody, so far. Thank you, Frankie. All right, you want the... Okay, you want some general shit. I got you. All right. You want something general. We'll kind of talk about each little section in bits and pieces and see what's going on. All right. Let's see. Okay, so they want me to talk about finances first, and that's okay. So there's something to do with like displacing or staying complacent. Um, Staying complacent. So staying within a certain range of finances, and you think you have no way to expand it, but they're saying that's not necessarily true. Yeah, they're saying that's not necessarily true. You don't really talk. I don't see you talking about your finances a lot here, but you know it is something that you really been trying to grind on and focus on. But you know it feels like it's at a loss. You don't know what to do. You're like you have a real big fear of failure and a real big fail. Okay, maybe like a failed business thing, or like you know it's not going the way that you exactly planned it to be. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I see it turning around. You just gotta wait it out, like tough it out, babe. I think by kind of like constantly anticipating, like sitting there and like, you know, maybe you're watching the numbers move or you're watching something move. You're kind of like sabotaging yourself in a way, because then that shows in your work. Okay, it shows in your work for sure. And then people are like, what took the wind out of your sail? Why are you not in the same energy? Like you came here with all this energy. Why are you now suddenly feeling low and shit? They're saying like you need to wait it out. Okay, patience is really hard. I know it's really hard right now, right? Especially when you're trying to get this shit like really popping, and it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. You just have to believe it, okay, and believe in yourself. At the end of the day, like, doesn't matter what kind of manifestations we're doing, like it all comes in within an allotted time, and it'll be there when you need it the most, essentially. And you might need to, it might be like you need to feel like you don't need it at all. Basically, you just need to love what you're doing. And if you don't, then you need to regroup and figure out what you're going to do next. Yeah, like you need to change a lot of the schedules and shit like that. That's what they're talking about. Change the schedule or change the content. Change a lot of shit that you're doing. Like you've been through some big changes spending across your whole life. So love, money, everything. They say you're goddamn smart. Yeah, they say you have a stable head on your shoulders. Yeah. You got a lot of heavy expectations. I don't know if it's coming from you or maybe people around you, but the expectation piece definitely comes from your home. Like, you know, your parental home, whatever that figures is. No, I figure right now I see a fresh start here. So it's something that you're trying to like surpass and move past. but you still feel inferior in some type of way. And so that inferiority complex is going to show in all of your work, because not only is it kind of a flaw, but it's like, you're good at what you do, right? You're smart. You have you have the energy that people could easily get addicted to. So don't punish yourself because your parents or your parent told you so, right? It's like, you grown now, okay? You in grown energy, like diamond in the rough type energy. That's what I picked up on, diamond in the rough. You don't have to put yourself down every time you do something or post something. That's not perfectionism at the end of the day. That is you stopping yourself from capitalizing off of your best features, which is the fact that you are very good at what you do. Very good. Yeah, they say you're brand new, and look at it from brand new eyes. Stop trying to look at it from the past you or what you wanted before, because you want something entirely different now. Okay? Like maybe you're in this position where you're like, I want to take a risk and change this and change that. If that is the case, then take the risk. Don't sit here wondering about it, hypothesizing and trying to think of, oh, this way, that way. No, just do it. Just do it. Take the risk is what they're saying. Take the risk. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. So don't worry. Say no worries, but all right, what else? Let's talk about love for you. Well, they are saying you're quite young, or I heard you're too young to be going through all this. How old are you? They talking about your age a lot here. You might like a different age, like you might like people who are a little bit older. You try to I heard wisdom spots too. You might pick out a lot of people who are wise. You want to believe that they're wise. You want to believe that you're also wise, but at the same time you're like, oh shit, you're like, yeah, this is not one of those situations. Last minute, you kind of change your mind last minute. But I think the fact that you are trying to stay back, keep yourself distracted from, I would say, love, but not. I think you're trying to keep yourself distracted from negativity. I don't think it's just love. I think it's very hard for you to go through traumatizing situations because of how you've built up such a wall. And this wall is kind of like, okay, so maybe you are scared of relationships, right? Maybe you are scared of men, scared of whoever you be dealing with, women, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you're like, I have the freedom to move around without a relationship. I have the freedom to do this because I'm an individual. That's what I do. You're kind of cocky about it. I feel like this cockiness has opened you up to brand new confidence, so that if say you did want someone on the side that's just someone to fuck around with, I think you could easily gather that type of relationship. Yeah, because they're talking about negative influences in your life, how you've been trying to cut them out. And negative influence can even mean like alcohol. Because some people are meaner than a junkyard dog wouldn't drink. And so maybe you're trying to stay away from alcoholics. Maybe you yourself are trying to stay away from alcohol, smoking, all that type of shit. If you are overindulging, there's going to be a moment where you do drop. I think you're going to be one of those people who are going to be clean throughout the rest of your life after you do drop whatever these fixations are. So I easily see you being super dedicated to staying clean and not diving into that side at all. So you say you're 36. Okay, so you go for the older gents. The older gents. Yeah, so I mean, you got some memories and shit on your mind, but there's nothing wrong with thinking about the past. It's just when you are constantly in that mind space of, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. It's just, you don't need it. You don't need it. Okay? You don't need to be thinking about what you did wrong. What about what you're doing right now for yourself? For you. You're doing everything. You're trying to correct yourself right now. That's it. Like today. All right. Spiritually, they say you're being affected most of all by, of course, the retrograde. Yeah, because this retrograde is super hard for people because they want so much, but they refuse to look at what they currently have. You know, it's hard to be grateful when you don't have everything you want, but you need to be. So be grateful for the skill set that you do have. You know, I think you say you was doing tarot and shit like that. So be grateful for that. You know, that's something that not everybody has, and you need to. You know, just because you see like a couple million tarot readers on YouTube, it doesn't mean they're all doing the same. Definitely doesn't mean they're all doing the same thing. Because a lot of them motherfuckers are scammers. You know, that's not a shocker, really. A lot of them know how to talk, and they're salespeople versus being genuine. Okay, being honest. Um, I could see a lot here with trying to protect your energy spiritually. Yeah, you might have been struggling with protecting your energy, but that's because you doubt your own skill in in protection. You doubt your own skills. It's like you might get, I could see dreams here being really big too. I could see like maybe dream stealers or something like that. Where maybe you're not having any dreams, but if you're having dreams, they're really fucking like extreme, draining. Yeah, draining as fuck. Draining as fuck. I caught the catfish here. Like there's someone who you was involved with who kind of stalks you spiritually, psycho. Like they're talking about Jesus, hard to tell. They talking about a whole psychopath and shit. They talking about a whole psychopath or sociopath, someone who definitely still stalks and lingers and who can't let go. And that's not, at this point, it's none of your concern. You kind of just gotta let it go. It is what it is. Like this person, I feel like they try to put themselves in your music or channel through some sort of devices. Yeah, they try to channel through some sort of devices here. So clear your energy. You know how to do that. I know you do. I use bay leaf a lot of the time now, but I do use the sage right here. Clear your energy. Yeah, look up this. Clear your energy. I heard you are what you eat, something like that. So maybe it has something to do with food too. Be careful of eating bad food, or like, I feel like hormonally right now you might be a little off. So because this person's so manipulative within your energy, like I heard your pH balance might also be off, So make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're getting enough in your gut. Getting enough in your gut. Yep. That's what I meant. Yeah, because right now they're talking about MILFs. You might like younger men, older men, or whatever it is they be talking about. Yeah, we're talking about how mental illness might affect you, but I wouldn't necessarily say it affects you always in a bad way. You might go through the depressive episodes and everything like that. I'm not going to say that I know what you got going on, but I could see like really, really high moments that really does help you through tarot in your spiritual experience. Those moments that you are feeling like high powered, where you really do feel like there's someone with you and on the sidelines guiding you and helping you grow. Those are the moments that like really define your illness, essentially. When people call your intuition, they can say it's delusion, they can say it's this, it's that, instinct, whatever it is, it's there. And you embrace it as that. Okay. You might have had people doubt you, especially with relationships. You might have had people doubt your instinct, and it made you second guess your instinct. Stop second guessing this shit, bro. Stop. The reason why those people was like stalking you, stalking channels, stalking your social media is because they genuinely do think you have a gift. They generally believe what you're saying intuitively is true. Okay? They genuinely believe it. It's kind of redundant in a way because it's like, okay, so they say I'm a fucking quack and I'm a witch and I'm this and I'm a bitch and I'm a whore and I'm this. But what they really think is that you're special. And that's why they're so triggered. It's like, how can this person figure out my fucking plan? How could this bitch figure out my plan? But key to that whole scenario and experience, they they're backseating your experience. They're trying to, like, I heard, get on the train. They're trying to, like, follow your experience. Maybe even, you might have been dealing with someone who you did show your gift and then they got into it. But they're backseating your experience. They're holding on to your coattails. Okay. Yeah, they're holding on to your coattails because these motherfuckers was not into it this deep before you came along. Not at all. Not at all. It's so crazy because you shared a lot of information that you should not be sharing with some of these folks. Don't be sharing this shit. Yeah. All y'all, you ladies up in here. What's with being loudmouth lately? What's with your loudmouth lately? You sharing too much. I get wanting to, like, kind of brag and boast. But Jesus. My ex is a narcissist that always has trackers on me. Remember what I just said about the last woman's experience is that the more you pay attention, the more they love it. And they want you to fear them. They want you to feel uncomfortable. So the more you power through and you just ignore it, pretend it's just like every other stalker, because you're going to get a lot of stalkers on show. That's it. At the end of the day, they get bored of people who are not acknowledging them. So don't acknowledge it. That's what I picked up. Another blast from the past came through when is living here. Yeah, I'm all over the whole stalker shit. I felt that. Really. Seriously. I mean, y'all, it is what it is, bro. Like, you can't help the fact that you shine type shit. You can't help the fact that you're special in some type. It's not even that you're special, right? A lot of people will have these gifts and never capitalize on them. The difference between you and those people is that you capitalize off of your gifts. You know how to use them. Okay? Jealous, narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic people, that's just the way they is. Okay? It's a trigger to you. They know it's a trigger, and they allow that. They want that to define you. They want your fear. They feed off your fear. They turn them on when you're scared of them. So it is what it is. Keep moving, okay? Keep moving. Don't let them decide, when you come online and when you have social media. Keep moving. Keep moving. In 7 years, holy shit. Shit is crazy though, right? Can you just let me hear my fucking computer, bro? See, that's what I mean. They turn off my music and everything, motherfuckers. Spirit be playing with the internet and shit. Stop. It's fine until literally it is completely fine. I even test up the streams and everything. Only time it starts acting up is when I start reading. Stop it. Course carry. I fear God and ask for forgiveness for myself and pray for heaven on earth. Life is about finding peace, creating peace. So I love this saying so much. I gotta write this shit down on a fucking card. I love this saying so much. Finding a little piece of heaven in hell. That's what this is about. You know, I'm gonna write that. You smoke cigarette? Dear Mr. Rita, I swear you've been wrong when I've been smoking. I've smoked cigarettes, for a very, very long time. Especially on this channel. I ran through packs and packs and packs. Truth never sounded so clear. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're listening. That's all I ask of people. You don't gotta follow no direction. You don't, when people come up in here looking for direction, I'm like, you don't have to do nothing. I thought you say you stopped. No, I never stopped. I never stopped. I vape, and I'll stop periodically just to test. Because I was going in between the vape and the cigarette, just testing. I was like, how does this affect my fucking breathing? The vape destroys my fucking lungs and my throat. Cigarettes don't really do much. Gemini. Keep talking about Geminis. They're going through all the air signs right now. Love it though. Nah, I've smoked for a very long time. On and off, obviously, on this channel. But every time I say I'm going to quit, just know it's periodically. Where I will quit for months sometimes, and then I'll, it's that ADHD. It's something. Tried to sick once, felt like my body was on fire. Oh yeah, you gotta sick. The nicotine content sometimes it's like when you first smoking, it's crazy. He said maybe because maybe that's it too. It could be the asthma too. A little bit of both. A little bit of both. All right, Lil Wayne popping through. Like I said, all the air signs up in here. What y'all doing? Just lurking in the background. What's y'all signs? Roll call. What's y'all signs? Long as my bitch love me. Scorpios. Aquarius. Virgos represent. Brooke. Mr. Rita's Virgo. I thought I was dying. Yeah, you need to keep the cigarettes out your mouth. I usually smoke outside. When I'm on stream, I'll smoke a couple, limited to like 4 or 5, and then I'll air out my room, open out a window. Expensive. So I read that song. And purple or not. And that female mignon. Everyone else went quiet and shit. Silent. Radio silence. $33 tomorrow. Maybe that's why I was cranky yesterday. I don't know. I was cranky yesterday, so I don't know what it is. But happy birthday. Happy birthday. Reassurance that I needed. I was thinking I was tripping and have been unhealthy, seeking that from, and I mean, all the wrong places. Okay. I'm a firm believer in God sucking my dick. I'm a firm believer in God sucking my fucking big fat dick, bitch. God and Jesus, both. DP. Listen, I'm open to all religions because I'm not an atheist, but I'm just spiritual. I'm just spiritual. Okay? Don't you preach the fucking good word over in this bitch. I'll go to hell. I'll be in hell with the best of them type shit. See you there. Don't say that. I thought, when did, I don't know when, I don't know. See, this is the thing. I don't know where people get these like rumors that have never been spoken before type shit. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God. I've never said that I believed in God. I'm just a spiritual person who, like, I don't know what happens after we die. And personally, at the same time, I don't really care. That's up to the interpreter. That's up to the interpreter. Like, I'm not a strong believer in God when I haven't even seen the nigga's face. I haven't seen Jesus' face neither. So I'm not going to make the assumption. If that penalizes my soul at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. I don't give a fuck. On my channel, believe whatever you want to believe, but when you're trying to force that down people's throats and necks, I'm not going to do that. No. I don't give a flying fuck about your God or your Jesus or your Yahweh. Yeah, they said pissy staircases. Bitch just really wanted a reading type shit. But she too afraid to ask for it. She's like, God, forgive me. Nah, bitch, get out of here. You and your cursed ass God and your devil books. Your books that people bled over, and were slaughtered and raped over. I'm good. Know the history before you start worshiping the nigga. The Crusades aren't a myth. Lisa from yesterday, but I wasn't even on yesterday. I wasn't on yesterday. No coincidence that it's just the Bible who says no divination and shit. The day before, was there even a Lisa up in here? No. Was there? Oh, there was Irish Lisa. Lisa O'Brien, but that's not the same person. That's Lisa B. Lisa O'Brien was up in here yesterday. She's an Irish girl. That's definitely not the same Lisa. Because Lisa wasn't talking all that God, heathen bullshit, whatever. Bitch, I'm a heathen. The devil's practice. Me and my cousin were talking about how the Catholic Church removed majority of the books and they're pagan. I mean, they're not. The current books are not. In fact, if you was to talk to a real pagan person, they would be probably a little bit insulted by that. Because paganism, which was what they labeled people who practiced any type of anything, didn't matter what religion, other than Christianity, that was pagans, right? Technically. Now we use it more as like a descriptor for people who do magic. But, to be honest with you, I believe there is more to the story than what they're putting in, like the book of Enoch. Maybe there is. At the end of the day, maybe there is. For me, I read, I'm an avid reader and I love learning about religions. Just Christianity has never really appealed to my particular taste because it's almost threatening in a way where it's like, you need to do this. You need to be this way. And then people are loose Christian, right? Because it's like, okay, so you all have a whole rule book and you do whatever you want, whatever. Like, okay, so you didn't read the book. At the end of the day, you didn't read the book. Right? And that's your religion. You love it so much, suck the dick of your God and your Jesus, but you don't follow any of the practice. So to me, that's hypocritical, right? Because when you have like a free spirit, free spiritual people who practice a religion that's free, that's threatening to a Christian. That's threatening. Books, it says don't worship any other god, but the Catholic Church worships many gods and statues, basically. To be fair, they just throw labels around a lot of the time. They just throw labels. I personally think that I'm a Christian that just focuses on my relationship with God. Then you're not a Christian, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing God's will, that's it. But it is what it is. In this new world, we got to create a bunch of different terms to describe one thing because people are loosely or spiritual or this way or that way. It's like, at this point, does it even matter what you call yourself? Practice what you preach at the end of the day. Practice what you preach. All right. We'd love to see what's in the cards for me. Let me take a peek. Let me take a peek. All right. So, let's nail you. All right. You didn't have a specific question. Or I think that's like, hold on. Let me read my own description. That's 3 questions. You don't have 3 specific questions for me? 3 specific questions? I just, to me, that type of shit doesn't matter. I don't really, like, when I say I practice voodoo, right? I don't really call myself I don't really follow the Yoruba religion. When I say I enjoy practices and like to learn them, and I pick and choose my battles, I don't really call myself anything but spiritual. You know, to me, my gift wasn't bestowed on me from God. If you couldn't hear me, it doesn't matter. I got to do a reading anyways. All right. Love, anything for career, just overall. Okay, so they're starting out with career for everyone, of course. Career. Okay, so they're talking about taking a break or a detox with work. Now, I don't know if you're in school or whatever. They did say something about getting some sort of certification. They're really talking about you taking a break, though. You do backbreaking work whatever you do. Even if it's just trying to get into work, it's like you really push yourself forward, and I feel like you get really, really like hot when things don't go your way, as in you get like aggressive and angry. I think you have every right to be aggressive and angry when you might be being mistreated in some type of way or ignored. I heard turn a blind eye, ignored. And I think that also, I heard something about people fear what they don't know, right? That's something big too. People fear what they don't know. That came up really, really fast. I see astrology. I see you do a little something. You do a little something, little astrology, little this, little that. I see a little something in here. Is that so? What do you do full time? I'm curious. I'm curious. Good night, Miss Tarita. Love you. Yes, yeah, get some rest. What do? I could see like a lot of heavy burdens here because, I want to say people project a lot of their depression onto you heavily, heavily. It's to the point where it's like, are you going anywhere in your career because you're dealing with the same people back to back to back to back? And I feel like, I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad thing that people are coming back to, but what's a bad thing is when they're not learning from their mistakes. It's like, okay, so you come back for this and for that and for this and for that, the same thing over and over. And then it's like, okay, so I'm your therapist. I'm not your tarot reader. And we do have a job as tarot readers on this platform to, instill some confidence and coping mechanisms and that sort of thing. It's like, okay. It's like, okay, but Jesus Christ. Like, people keep you they can't even let you sleep. That's what it feels like. And this is coming from another tarot reader. It's so hard to separate people from your energy, but that's what the break is about. That's what taking a break and taking a step back. You wrote a book. Good on you for that, right? Good on you for that. I'm glad you're getting that everything out in the open, but that's why taking the step back is so important. That's why it's highlighted for you most of all during the season, because putting your whole heart and your whole everything into something that like it takes time to accumulate is dangerous, because then you're expecting, it's that super expectant energy amongst everybody, but like you for real have this whole entire dream, and damn, like you have this whole entire dream and whole entire future that you need and that you want. And you need it, okay? Something that you need. I wouldn't even say you want it, because at the end of the day, if it was something you want, you would give up on it. But it's a goal, like it's a need, it's a necessity. You want to be in your highest energy. You want to be, real big on this shit. I mean, you just got so used to just scraping by. Have you kind of thought about, if you doing paid readings and stuff like that, have you thought about maybe raising your prices a little bit so that the same people don't just keep coming back? Because I know there's other means of advertising and that sort of thing, but Like they're talking about maybe raising prices just a little bit so that like it's fairness, right? At the end of the day, you're doing a lot of fucking work. At the end of the day, even if it's temporary, we get to set our prices and choose our prices. That's why it's an entrepreneurship, because we can do so many different things with tarot and astrology. They are talking about possibly taking a step back, limiting the amount of readings that you're doing, and maybe jacking the prices just a little bit, okay? Because there's like, who are these people that keep coming back and back and back? These are codependent individuals that need to take a hot break on you, your energy, because they're draining you for everything. And then once you get to the people that are new, that are kind of discovering you, they kind of lose interest because you have spent all of your time and all of your energy on these people who abuse it. Okay, that's abuse. Like that, at that point, it's like that's not even fun for anybody involved. That's abuse, borderline abuse, because they're thrashing all of their shit out in the open. Okay, like you have, not only are you, they say you're beautiful, you have like these little smile. They say you got like a little, you know, Colgate smile type shit. You got a beautiful voice. Like you have all of these qualities and attributes of like a mother, they say. And so a lot of people use you for that particular piece, is that you're motherly. But you're not their mother. At the end of the day, you're not their mother, the brother, the sister, no, nobody. Raise your prices for sure, because this is it's gonna set a precedent, I feel like, for people, because you're worth a lot more than what you put out, and you just wrote a whole fucking book. You just wrote a whole fucking book. Okay, you just wrote a fucking book. So don't play. Like them sell, you know, it's not gonna sell itself. So, you know, cut out, you know, I wouldn't say it's not about cutting them out. It's just about reaping your real benefits. Because in order to keep on going, in this particular business, it's very competitive. People don't even see it as that. You know, the little people, it's not even the little people, it's the people that come in for the readings. They don't really see this as a competitive job. They're like, oh, you know, people do tarot, that's so fucking cool, it's so cool that you're doing it. Or they're super jealous and they want to take you down and shit, right? They question it and whatever. But it's super competitive. Okay, so raise them prices, because the more value you put to your name, the more people trust you. At the end of the day, as fucked up as it feels sometimes, you're like, I know what it's like to have no money. I know what it's like to be living on the edge. But that's why you do free giveaways and shit like that occasionally, not all the time. Keep it occasional. Okay. All right, let's talk about love a little bit. Let's see what's going on there. Lord. Talking about for some reason they talking about the romance languages. They talk about French, Italian. They say Roma. It's gonna be you got an accent or something like that, people really like your voice. Romantic. Okay. Whew. Okay. People still haunt you. Let's see. People still refusing to let you go, but you also refusing to let them go, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, so there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here. Yeah, there's a pattern. So you're not letting somebody go. You're not letting a situation go. I think you let people have their way with. So you like to believe that you're like smarter than the average bear, which you are. I'm gonna give you credit there. You definitely, absolutely are. But there's a little tiny bit of a petty little diamond inside of you type shit, little green diamond that kind of says like, you know what? I'll let them have their way for a minute, but then, you know, I'll expose them at the end of the day or whatever it is. But like, is sticking around for that type of situation, that type of environment, really like good for you? Because does it make you feel good at the end of the day? I don't think it does. I think it's a temporary like fulfillment where you're like, ooh yeah, I got back at them real good. I think it's a temporary thing, but I don't think it's a long-term feeling of, you know, then you just feel stupid. You're like, oh my God, like why did I even put up with it, right? Because because I see a challenge here with third party situation. That's what I see. It's only gonna repeat itself if you allow it to repeat itself, right? I mean, we know this. We know this. You definitely know this. You're tempted by them, but you refuse to let them go at the same time. Like, it's like, okay, so you want to walk away, but you don't walk away. You keep in mind, you know, your social media, whatever is happening right there. Or maybe they call your phone or what, you refuse to block the number. You know, at this point, it's like you say you feel bad for them, but that's ego telling you, like, that's ego trying to say keep them in your life because they might be, you know, it's like you want to keep your fingers in every pie. The past, the present, the future. Finally got a restraining order, though. That's good on you. Good for you. Okay? So now dealing with like similar individuals and similar people, don't entertain it. You know, don't entertain it. And I don't think you necessarily try to, but I think that's the type of energy that's currently being drawn your way because it's still fresh. It's still fresh at the end of the day. It's still fresh. Very fresh. Because you kind of let your fears control what you like. So some people have this thing where their fear will drive them towards their exact problem or their exact fear, you know. So you allow your fear to embody you and engulf you so much and your walls to come up and everything like that, that you go towards the exact same type of individual almost as like a punishment towards yourself, because what you're saying is like, you know, I fucked up, you know, I fucked up in the first place, and you have your mind so stuck on that fuck up that you go towards another fuck up. It's that type of situation. But you need to be aware up here. Like you need to collect yourself back. I understand being emotional about past situations. We're all going to do that, you know, especially if it was this traumatizing. At the end of the day, you know you want stability. You know you want someone who's not going to treat you like this. And you definitely for sure know that you want somebody who is confident, who is driven, you know, maybe even someone who has their own business. You know, you want someone who's willing to power forward alongside of you and not take you down, okay? Not demean you. So instead of focusing so much on your fear, they're saying to let the past be the past. Let the fear be the fear. That situation was that situation. In a new situation, you're looking for the brand new shit. You're not looking for the fears. You're not looking for to stop trying to look for problems, right? Stop trying to look for red flags. Just look at what you're seeing in front of your face, because not everyone's going to be that person. You might, you know, sometimes there might be moments that you're missing, right? Where you reject a person who came to you in a different fashion, or just like they didn't act like the ex. It's been shitty moving on. I understand, man. I really do. Truly, I do. I truly understand. Because finding your confidence again and trusting yourself again is so hard, but you need to, right? You need to. You need to trust yourself on this. If there's a problem wrong, trust your intuition. Like your intuition is amazing. You know, it can point out things that you're not even, you know, really aware of or looking at. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you need to balance your emotions out in order for your intuition to even kick in the first place. Because you need to know the difference between anxiety and your intuition. Because your anxiety will tell you that someone is this way, but your intuition will tell you otherwise. You got me? Hope I'm making sense. I think I am. Yeah, you don't allow your anxiety to control the situation. You do have, you know, plenty of options because you are who you are. You got the voice, you got the beauty, you got the strength, you got the Scorpio. They say you got a little Scorpio in there. People find you very, very attractive. I mean, they're obsessed with your energy. They're obsessed with who you are as a person. Like, it gets to the point where, like, I feel like they fetishize who you are as a person. Now, I don't know if they fetishize tarot necessarily with it, or your intuitiveness, but they definitely fetishize parts of you where it's like it makes you very uncomfortable sometimes. You're not able to like break away easily, so you be talking to like one dude and that drains you, right? Like it's almost as if men have made you have no patience, but also made you super consistent on talking to one or two dudes. It's like don't riddle yourself full of holes and be like, oh yeah, just one and two. No, like thing one and thing two, that ain't it, right? Just go out, dating, have fun, get a couple of drinks, protect yourself, whatever. But you don't have to do the whole talk to thing one and thing two. You don't have to entertain communication with them over the phone all the fucking time. Okay, they'll call you up when they need something, like, hey boo, what you doing? Hey lovey, what you doing? Hey mama, what you doing? No, you don't gotta entertain that at all. You don't have to answer the phone. You can just be like, bitch, I'm busy, bitch. Like, get the fuck off my dick, bitch. We just met, bitch. We just met. But you gotta go out and date, though, baby. You gotta go out and date, because I understand, like, it's a trust thing. But the date thing, then you can actually see what type of character that is in person. It's not the same as over the phone, because they be talking themselves up and your intuition go off. But baby, you not work. Remember, your love life and your dating life is not your work. It's not tarot. It's not your intuition. It plays a huge key in your people, but it's not the same. Don't treat it the same way. You gotta see these niggas in person. Okay, trying to be my boyfriend. Yeah, trying to like call the shots and shit. Like, you're like, don't try to dominate me or domineer me because you think I'm weak. Because that make no motherfucking sense. That make no sense, because at the end of the day, you're like, I might have to get another restraining order, or I gotta have to block a nigga. But I'm telling you, the first date is super telling. For me, this is, I deal with, even as a man, I deal with some of the similar struggles where I get very obsessive women who want to control my every aspect, because I know I'm a controlling person, but I control my word. I know I vent it out in other ways. So the first date for me is like, okay, I'm just having fun, and then I'm able to watch people, view them. Okay. It's like, I don't even need the whole, call like 10 times and shit. I don't need the 10 calls and shit. I could just look at them in their eyes and be like, I know what type of nigga you is. Yup. I know what type of bitch you is. Yup. I do that with my friends. I do that with, my colleagues. I do that with everyone, where it's just like, I'm able to look them in the eyes and be like, yup, I know what type of person you are. That's it. Size him up. The Gemini in me does not let my guard down, Yup. They're saying that you have the capability of holding down a full-on commitment. It's just these niggas out here be playing with you. And that's not okay, but you can't allow your insecurities to hold you back from like going in person, seeing them in person. That one date alone will tell you everything you need to know about a broke bum. Right? Because a broke bum gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, who's paying the check? Or let's just get let's get one steak versus two steak. You'll eat and then I'll sit here and twiddle my thumbs and drink water and shit. Like, you're gonna be able to see through that shit easily. It's body language. Yeah, because they say you've been too stuck in isolation. You've been too stuck. Get out there. Start like letting them pay for meals and shit like that. See how they move. See how much change they take out of their pocket. And I'm not, I'm just saying that as the earth sign, to me, it's like, it's very telling how a woman shows up to a date. Because if she shows up looking broke, then it's likely she's broke. If she shows up having all that broke shit, like she got her one fingernail off and shit like that, like 10 fingernails off, like she didn't get ready for the date at all. Bitch got her makeup half done, her eyelash falling off her face and shit. I'm like, because she didn't shave the mustache. You're like, oh, bum bitch, broke bitch. You're that type of person. They talk about you very well. Like, they say you're that type of person anyways, who like gets ready even though you're not even going on a date. Like, I don't know if they video call you, whatever. I think they just talking to you over the phone. Literally, you're that type of person, regardless of going on a date, where you got your shit, you always got your shit clean. You're always clean. You're just like, gotta get my nails done, gotta get my hair done, this, that. You're very on it. So prepare for the new dating world. I know it's scary. I mean, I show up nice though. She said, yeah, I'm just saying. You show up nice no matter what, whether it's for work or whatever. Like, you got yourself handled. Okay? That's these niggas who can't handle you. From the bottom to the top type shit. They just can't handle you. When they show up in the fucking dungarees and the fucking, do-rags and hard hats. You'll see through it. And you won't even, you'll be able to skip over these niggas real quick. Real quick. Yup, you got a whole, I heard you have a whole list of niggas. The needy ones obviously are going to be the call one, the ones who call you 10 times in the same night. You're like, can you shut the fuck up? You get like, got to turn off your ringer and shit to sleep. You're like, can you just shut the fuck up for real? You said they be ugly as shit. That's what I mean. They have all these pictures on social media and on the dating apps and whatever, but then you're like, bro, how is it that you don't even look like this? Like, is this a picture from 20 years ago? They're not even spiritual. Hey, when you find a stable ass nigga who at least is open to it, who's at least open to listening to you talk about it, because I know niggas like to hear you talk, right? Definitely, they love your voice. But they to me, they give like that kleptomaniac energy where if they get too close to your home, they might start stealing shit or taking shit from you. Like, you like take a pair of panties or whatever. Like, they're that type of dude. Like, and it's so weird. It's because certain types of energy are just attracted. Hopefully one day I will. You will, for sure. For sure. I'm certain, okay? They say you might have to move. They say there might be a move in your future, and you'll meet this nigga moving, or, they just say something about a move, so look forward. You got this shit. Yeah, they keep talking about the kleptomaniacs where they go up into your home and start stealing shit from you. Like, where did my special pair of panties go? And like, where the fuck did my rings go? Like, how the fuck did, this get from a point A to, because he was looking at it, right? How did this get into the kitchen? It's because they was looking at it. Creepy shit, man. Very, very, very creepy. I actually want to move. I do see you moving, by the way. Hey, it's there. I do see you moving. Are you moving towards they're saying moving towards more opportunities, but they also talk about like younger people, or maybe you're moving towards a child, or I don't know, moving towards younger people, or people who would more have that flow. They have the same energy you do. Might be kids. Yep, you do need to move for sure. Jesus, get the fuck up out of here. You don't need no special friends anymore type shit. Get rid of these niggas. They said when the gas prices go down, that's when you're going to be going out type shit. That's when you're going to be leaving. My sister's kids, I don't have kids. Okay. Now, either way, it's going to be like a fresh and new area. Because I think when they mean young, they mean just like it's sprung energy. Where you can enjoy your age, right? You can enjoy your age. How old are you? You can't be that fucking old. You be out here talking, you're very mature. But very mature. Yeah, you're going to get that fresh start for sure. Oh, they talking about the community also might fight to keep you where you're at or keep you in this area. Be careful. I'm in early 30s. Yeah, what you be talking? You said, no, get the fuck out of here so that you can live your early 30s in fucking peace. It shouldn't be all around all these old ass niggas. All these fucking clowns, weird ass motherfuckers without jobs at like 40 years old and shit. Shit is weird. Shit is fucking weird. The community, they're talking about how people in your community, maybe people you live with or live around, that sort of thing, they might try to keep you in that area. Could also be relationships, exes, friends, whatever it is in this area. They're talking about trying to keep you stuck or keep you in this area. Yeah, you know, yeah, they're trying to keep you stuck. So they talk about free. Look, the freedom card came out too. The freedom card. People in this area trying to keep you stuck, or maybe it's like a stuck mentality where you feel trapped around these people, where it's like constantly meeting the same person. You're like, I don't want to keep fucking doing this shit. I see what you mean. Okay, just saying. Hey Desiree, thank you for coming through. You follow me on Twitter. More Twitter people. He said that's the last thing I told my ex. I'm free. I'm saying you are free. Free as a bird type shit. Get your little ass out there. Start going on little tiny dates. Pick and choose your battles. You remember, you always have a choice. This was amazing. I'm glad you loved it. Just read your reading for Earth sign. Oh yeah. Whew. Air sign. I mean, to be honest with you, Earth signs are probably the best off out of all of the rest of the elements right now for some reason during this week. He said I read like 3 different ones because I have air, fire, and earth in my big 3. Whew. If you don't mind me asking, what's your big 3? Which ones? And that's heavy energy, babe. She up in here lit. The fire definitely stands out in you, Desiree. Good morning, Chula. He said, lay it all out on the table. Libra, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon. Yeah, see? That little Sag emotion. So she snapped quick. She cutthroat. Taurus rising. Okay. I'm also Taurus rising. In Vedic astrology, I'm Taurus rising. And Western, I use Vedic, but Western astrology, I'm Gemini. But yeah, she hot with it. She'll put a nigga down real quick. Sagittarius moon is one, y'all don't, you just don't like to waste time at all, and nor does Taurus. But Sagittarius is one of those people who's very hands-on, can be very like, I'm trying to explain it, the type of person to like grab your face when you're not listening to them, like look me in the eyes when you're telling me something. That type of person, Sagittarius moon, like look me in the fucking eyes when you try to tell me a lie, bitch. People don't like me because of it, but do you want the truth? Like, make it make sense. I say that all the time. Like, so people will listen to these other tarot readers or other people on the internet. They listen to everything but the truth. But then when they always, months later, even in my relationships type shit, months later they will come crawling back in and start trying to ride my dick and shit. Be like, oh, you was right. No, or they'll try to act like nothing happened. Be like, oh my God, hey. How are you doing? How's your business doing? How's this doing? How's that doing? Like, bitch, don't ask about me. Shut the fuck up. That's what I say. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Usually I just block, to be honest. I'm a blocking person. I don't like to keep it fucking marinating. Because I'm like, I can feel you. I can feel your 2 nasty eyes watching me, bitch. Simmer down. Honestly, I want the truth. I don't care how tough it is to hear. I appreciate it. There it is. I love most of my audience is that way, but we do get some sensitive ass fucking people up here. Now you want to talk about it. But I love people telling people how it is versus what, you know, because you need that outside third party in order to see the whole situation. Because people get blinded by their love. Sagittarius moon also gets blinded by their emotions and feelings, including their anger and their love, because they're such extreme emotions. A lot of Sagittarius moons actually have bipolar issues. Have a lot of trouble with holding that shit in, hold that shit down. I don't view that as a negative, because I'm the same way, naturally. I'm hot. But it can become a problem. When you're dealing with two headstrong people too, that shit can become a fucking problem. Especially if your parents are headstrong and your mother is headstrong. Shit. Wouldn't want to be there to fucking witness that shit. Y'all gonna set the house on fire. Simmer down. Simmer down. But Sagittarius moon and Libra sun, you're contagious. Your laugh is contagious. Your smile is contagious. Your sarcasm is contagious. Because Sagittarius and Scorpio are the most sarcastic signs of the zodiac. Your sarcasm is contagious. My mom is a Pisces and I fight with her. Yeah, like I said. Whew. My dad, I'm a Capricorn. Capricorn, Taurus. Headstrong either way. So you got two headstrong parents. Well, you got to battle both of them in different ways. Oh my God. Shit, man. That household. Living it up in that bitch. Pisces will definitely fight you though, because they think they know what's best for you. On the account of what though? They don't even know the whole story. They use their intuition a lot, and they won't admit it. She's also a Virgo moon. Let me just say, Pisces mothers don't get the best rap. Like I said, because they assume a lot of things, or they're not watching close enough. It's like, okay, so you use your intuition, right? But at the same time, you don't even know the whole situation. So how are you even, guesstimating that shit? You can have an intuition, but don't assume my emotions and don't assume my feelings. This is the situation that's going on. Like, they make a lot of assumptions, right? I love Aquarius moons because they're so quiet, chill, laid back, cold and calculated. No, not even cold, just calculated. Watching a lot of watches people. They don't know the whole story. Virgo, whew, shit. Catch the joke, I'm a Virgo Venus. Holy shit. Yeah, so you real about business with your relationships. Damn. She said it's a mutual transaction, and if I don't get my money, I'ma shank your ass type shit. That's that type of relationship. I'm a Pisces Venus. So the opposite. Shit. She out here shanking people. But the type of love and honesty that you can give to people is unlike no other. Please don't even say Virgo. Run me my money up. Yo, that's it. Virgo Venus is funny as fuck too. Oh my God. Actually, it's been a minute since we've seen a Virgo Venus up in here. And, we don't usually go through the whole astrology thing, but I can feel when someone is different from the rest of the pack, okay? I can feel when someone's a little bit different, okay? They even started changing the music on me, too. I'm like, oh, shit. She popped through. Virgos give me, It give me like a because I like talking intelligent with Virgo and Sag, right? But at the same time, that is whew, they headbutt. They headbutt. Stubborn motherfuckers. Them used to be different. I love being different. I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you love it. That's what brings, that's what brings in the dough. First of all, it brings in the money first. Brings in the money. First and foremost, stability is what you look for, right? Venus, Virgo, Venus. Well, also you also have like a Virgo moon mother. Whew. I love me. I'm stubborn, but you're stubborn, but you voice everything. You voice everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know exactly what you want. You vocalize every emotion and everything. So it's really like when you really think about it on paper, it's really not that hard to deal with you as long as you're a listener. But most people you're dealing with are not listeners. You go after a lot of people that are probably have like Cap somewhere, Capricorn pretty big up in there. Capricorns aren't really good. Like we hear what we want to hear. If you balance that shit out with some Taurin or some, maybe a little bit of both of Pisces and Capricorn, or even like I feel like you go after fire signs too, unfortunately. And they'll listen to a fault type shit. Them niggas would be like, what? What are you talking? And what you say? Huh? You said what? What you say, man? Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune in Capricorn. Whew. Yup. She about the ice. And everything nice type shit. Stability. For the goddamn sure. God seen the Libra Sun and Leo Moon. Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do this to yourself? Someone who does not listen at all. That's who you chose. Libra Sun, they sweet as pie. Libra always sweet. Does not listen at all. You have to repeat yourself several times over. And then when you raise the octave, Libra gets uncomfortable. You say, I don't know. And then Leo Moon too, the most stubborn person on the face of the planet too. Remember, you did it to yourself. Someone who's very, very loving and can be very dedicated to the relationship, but also could be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So you trumped yourself. I bet you fell for a player, you fell for the charm. Right? Because not only do they have really good voices, they have that sexy charm. They're very physically attractive. When it comes to the dough, when they're out there working, they make a lot of money. Are you doing readings? Yes, I am. Please read the description. You can send and let me know which one you catch, okay? So that I can pop right through. I was the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yup, all of that. See? Yeah, because you were afraid that he was going to, and he's younger than me. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not going to scold you, but I'm saying, what are you doing? Aries, Satan, himself. You said it's. You didn't even say himself. You said itself. Y'all silly. Leave Aries out of the equation type shit. Aries just a little shy. They put up that whole entire front, but they shy as shit. He said, I know. I ask myself this question all the time. Hey, this is what it is. When y'all vibe together, you'll vibe together. And hopefully he'll be your ride or die. Because else he's just going to die. That's how I view the situation. Whew. Camilla. One question. Okay, Camilla, what's your question? Gotta watch out for the hobosexuals. Whew. Couch shopping, couch potato. Because he's literally my best friend and the only one that understands me. That's sweet. That's very sweet. Very sweet. So sickeningly sweet. A lot of people, I know there's a lot of people jealous of their relationship, because if that nigga got Leo and Libra in his chart, he brags about you all the he talk about you all the fucking time to his people. You said bullshit, they full of too much anger. Why? Aries just like, you gotta understand, it's not about anger, it's about control issues. He said, not the Leo. Everybody. It's about control issues. Calling us out. I do. Listen, let me just say something. I love Leos. Leo was my longest lasting relationship, to be honest with you. My long term. So I love Leos. I do. I don't even know if you don't know. All right, let's see. Ashley. You feel drawn to her a lot. Well, first of all, let's okay, counting chickens. So, you feel attached to this person in a different way, and a lot of it is going to be because you guys have similar trauma. I mean, it's nothing to laugh about necessarily, but I'm saying y'all have similar trauma, so you know what I mean. It's like could become a trauma bond type thing if you're not careful with what you say and how you present yourself. Okay, because you feel very open and free with this person in your energy. I don't think that you guys have had like a super deep talk about the relationship shit yet. Yeah, I feel like you guys are both looking for a fresh start. On her end, it does look like she's looking for a fresh start. But at the same time, it kind of seemed like she can be an emotionless husk. Like, she might not really respect your emotions or your feelings, or not really, might not really hear them a lot of the time. She like to talk over people. She like to talk about her own shit. Once you do really get in there. She and my friend dated. Like, I should hate her and shit, but when I met her, she was like, as if she was the only person in the room, even though she was a stranger. Well, first of all, what you drinking when you seeing this bitch? What you out here drinking? Like, you got the Patron and shit. What you out here drinking when you seeing this bitch? The only bitch in the room and shit. You have to admit, your friend chose, someone pretty sexy. Now, I'm gonna say that this person, she's fresh. Like, she's fresh in trauma. Like, her wounds are fresh. If you want to go towards this individual, I mean, I could see you having some intelligent conversations. I would go super slow. I would tread super carefully. Your draw to her, like I said, is because you guys have similar traumas. Okay, maybe your similar trauma is this friend that y'all had in the middle, the monkey in the middle. So you have similar traumas, though. You understand what I mean? That's why you feel connected. I don't entertain the whole soulmate, twin flame shit. Because to me, I'm like, if you feel an attraction to somebody, that's okay. You don't gotta make it about that, right? You're attracted. You're admitting that you're attracted. We don't gotta put a name to it, put a label to it yet. You guys also have similar sexual tastes as well. Or like you're like, if you're the submissive one, then she's like the dominant, or vice versa. It's like you have a good sexual chemistry. That's also why. And I feel like her intentions right now, if y'all were to kind of back and forth, it would be that. I used to hate her, but I was talking to her a bit. I'm like, wow. But I shouldn't feel connected. Like, she's crazy, I swear. She is crazy. I mean, if you know that, right? You're saying this to me, right? Maybe just make it, you're young. You're young. So maybe just make it like a scenario, like a little situation. Not really something you put a label on. You have fun. And you have fun. She's not the best person with emotions and relate. She does not get. I'm gonna tell you something. She does not give a fuck about how you feel. Not at all. Not at all, son. She will make out with someone right in front of you. Right in front of your goddamn face. She don't give a flying fuck about you or anything that you do. I think she would tell you that herself, honestly. I do. Yeah, because I feel like this is also a common Leo thing too. You guys become obsessed with the people that you dislike. You know how Leos flirt, right? I know that you know. Y'all like to bully people a little bit. You got my meaning? Leos flirt like this. They like to bully. They like to bully back and forth. Okay. When I first met my ex, it was like we had this synergy. And the synergy was like we kind of like punished each other a little bit. It's that little back on, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like, why you talking to that? That nigga's ugly over here. Why you talking to that nigga? Talk to me. That type of thing, Leos are very cocky with it. They'll be like, oh, yeah, why are you talking to all those other people when you could be talking to me? These situationships. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have all the dice. I'm going to say, like, you can definitely bed this bitch or woman. You can definitely bed this woman, okay, or Ashley. You can definitely bet her. But she, like I said, she's the type of person who will make out with everybody in the room. Or like if she feels it, like if she's conk enough, she will go towards anybody for that one good night loving. Okay? She's in a very vulnerable spot right now. And so relationship would be completely off the table. Now, if you still decided to go towards that, obviously I can't control it. I can't control you. I'm just telling you the news, the facts. It is what you want it to be. Leo, Jesus. I feel like you're shy though. Like you're one of the shy Leos where you're like, I don't know if I could do all that. Yes, you can. Don't lie. You can. Leo actually pulls Virgos a lot easier because of they have very similar nature. Same Cash App for a general reading. All right. The Leos. You said stop. I can tell because you getting a little like as I was talking about it, you was getting a little. As I was talking about sex, you got a little flustered and shit. I felt it. You're like, I don't know. You're like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about what position. I don't want to talk about that. Stop talking about it. The only thing is like you really gonna have to be. But I'm a little tempted to be her friend. You go up and you have it. I'm telling you. At this point, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. I don't think she would reject you. In fact, she might see this as a challenge to piss off your friend as well. Like your middleman or your monkey in the middle that you kind of had a thing for as well. She might use that as a challenge, as like a gateway type shit. Oh, hey, be a little petty about it, right? Because that's Virgo. Just a little tiny bit petty. I did fuck your friend or whatever, but it is what it is. We do what we gotta do. It might be a little toxic, like I said. Don't expect a lot. Sex. Jupiter, Leo. Oh yes, business driven. She trying to be the main woman in the story type shit. The main character syndrome. He said, I would be so mad if she would. That's what I'm saying. Don't put your feelings out there. Because you don't even know what you feel at this point. Just be like, hey, holla. I'm hollering at you. What's good? Yeah, I know you're the type of person to be like, I'm gonna text her, hey, and see if she even responds. And if she responds, I'm gonna shit my pants. If she doesn't respond, I'm gonna be real pissed off. That type of thing. You're like, oh, if she responds, like I'm literally gonna drop my phone and like drop it in the water, flush it down the toilet, because I'm gonna be nervous. But then you're gonna get into the play of things because you like to play the character type shit. You're like, we got up in there. Because my friend and I are closer, so I couldn't. But then again, hey, it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. Either listen, if you're a very good friend, the fact that you're even thinking about like your friend in the first place is more than what most people would do. So followed her on Instagram. I was like, kick my feet in. So Leo that it hurts. So Leo that it hurts. So Leo that it hurts. See, I know because, like I said, I dealt with my fair share, and y'all motherfuckers are anxious as shit. You can't even hide that shit. I feel that shit through the screen. Y'all motherfuckers is anxious as fuck. I love it though, because to me it's like, okay, I eat y'all up because y'all I eat Leos up because y'all are just so easy for me to understand and pick out. I'm like, I know your game. It's okay. I know it. That forward energy. Get up in there though. I mean, yeah, the problem is she probably gonna tell your friend. Like, your friend tapped me last night. How you feel about that, nigga? How you feel about that? Be careful. Drama. Young people drama. Oh my God, Leos. Leo and Virgo. Y'all love Virgos. You should know if she did, I would cry. Well, it's so... Hey! Do it for the gram type. No, I wouldn't do it. At the end of the day, your friendship is more important. Find another bitch. I mean, there's plenty of bitches that be doing that same thing. I know she felt like the only one in the room. I think a lot of the reason why you say you hate her, or I think a lot of the reason why you would say you was hating on her is because you liked her, and you didn't want to admit that. You kind of liked it. Like, you confuse pain and pleasure quite often. Let's put it that way. All right, let me get your general La Mas Chula. All right, let's see. What do they want to talk about first? She's a bitch, but she's hot. Hey, she knows she hot too. That's why she be making out with everyone at the party. All right. La Mastula. They are talking about money. They're talking about money first for everybody. I love that. I love that though. Our focus has switched because Virgo season, you got your purse clutch tight. You got that shit knitted to your side, okay? That shit's in a lockbox. Yup. Because, they talk about trying to find domestic bliss for you, La Mastrula, because you did just deal with that situation with that Virgo, right? You did just deal with that situation. Now you're also dealing with another situation, I think, financially. I heard trying to, like, revamp or put something back together, okay? Yeah, you're trying to put something back together. You're trying to balance something back again. I would say that, okay, your fear with asking people to like put forward funding towards the whole household thing. That's not something that just was the problem with the Virgo either. You got me? Like, y'all got a whole household going. You're trying to, like, it's like people are still, you're still treating people like babies up in this hole, right? They're still talking about payments that need to be done, and this needs to be refurbished, and we need to buy a new this and buy a new that. Come on now. Let's knock that shit over. Like, I know you breadwinning, but you ain't. It's like breadwinning to a fault, right? Because I feel like, okay, so people use you for that. And you allow them to. You allow them to at the end of the day. Let's see. Okay. So a move. Or someone moving out, or a move. Talking about a move for you. So yeah, they're talking about full. Okay, so they're talking about fully move, like move your whole entire operation to another entire like it's just a completely different state. Maybe they're talking about an entire move. Stubby, will you stop? My cat back here. Fucking stop it. Okay. So, La Mastrula, you need to save back money. And in order to do this, you're going to have to make people pay up. Because you can't be putting forward this kind of money in order to sustain a household that you don't even, that doesn't even need to be. I don't know whether you're trying to downsize, upsize, whatever it is, but you need to save that money in order to get this new household in the first place. Okay? Like, you trying to build strong. And you need these people to be, you need them to be on point with their payments, that especially like when it comes to time around to pay bills and shit like that. They need to be right on top of that shit. You can't afford at this point in time to put forward any extra money for anything, because tight budget, we're moving. Okay, so when anybody skips over and whatnot, like skips over on payments or accidentally forgets or whatever it is, make the money. Put that shit forward. They gotta put that shit forward. They gotta pay the price. We moving. We getting the fuck up out of here. It is what it is, Just work consistently for a couple of months, and then we'll be out of here. Flying like birds type shit. Flying colors type shit. Predominantly water chart with 3 retrogrades. You poor baby. I'm just to the point where it's like leave behind and start fresh. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, I agree with it. This area is just not abundant enough for you. It's never, like, you're never going to be able to get, this is like scraping by type shit. And you're never going to be able to get your money up or anything up if you live in this area. I agree with that, 1,000%. It's just that, people need to put forward that type of funding if they live under your roof. They need to be consistent, and I feel like consistency is something that young people just struggle with. So they need to be consistent on it. If that requires you to be like, hey, keep going on those payments, please. We just need a couple of months, like 3 months of just straight. Like, keep laying it down, and I'm saving back my money. You save back a little bit of yours. No overspending, no going out too much and doing this and doing that and whatever. We're moving. We're out of here, okay? You're going to get out of here, by the way. You are going to move. They are saying for sure. I think, I see by the end of the year, you are going to get the fuck out of here. See something in December, for sure. December, I would say shit is going to pop up in October, but I'm going to say most of all December. So they're talking about Sagittarius season. December. Yup. Alright, let's talk about love real quick. I mean, obviously with everything that's everything's not really balanced right now, not in the way that you want it to be. And love is going to be that same way too. Penny pinching right now. Yup. Make sure everyone in the household is doing that too, love. Everybody. I don't care if they want to go out and drink with fucking Tommy and Johnny and Hakeem and shit. Like, no. Going to LA in 2 weeks. I was thinking about traveling to California recently. I was like, I should just do it. I'm a musician. Ooh. Educator. So, La Mas Chula, with relationships, it's going to be complicated to pin that shit together. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not seeing anything in this location, obviously, because you know you're like, bitch, I'm so done with this shit. I'm so detached from this shit at this point in time. When you do move to this location, you're gonna have a whole new dating pool. I think that's gonna come kind of with some sort of a price, because you get a lot really anxious around newer types of folks. You know, people you're not familiar with. He said it's all about my bag and my peace, for real, for real. I mean, you asked for the general. You asked for the general. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look. You gotta start. You know, for the most part, when you do get into that mode, it's gonna be like a dick fight. Okay, because you're in your more dominant energy. That kind of presents itself as someone who's way less, you know, you just detach. You don't really respond to people. You don't really text. You're like, fuck you. You know, it's kind of like roll your eyes and fuck you. Eventually down the line, you're gonna want something, and you don't have to be. There's no one's telling you have to be submissive at all. You can be as strong as you want to be, right? In fact, hold yourself to that standard, because that chases off a lot of the fucking users and abusers type shit. And definitely the homosexuals, the couch hopping potatoes type shit who want to just live in your home, right? That chases them off. Seem like that's a family curse type thing, where y'all are providers and naturally you attract moms, right? But that's not gonna be for long. Okay, that's not gonna be for long, because if you stand your ground, don't go back in that submissive ass energy when you do throw yourself back out into that newer dating pool. Okay, just be yourself. You're not a weak person. Yeah, I know you're a sweetie pie, but you don't gotta act that way. Okay. They said ghetto, like acting ghetto and shit. They're talking about like, okay, so maybe you're not attracted to the same type of people that you was attracted to before, and that's kind of holding you back too in love. It's like you're not really attracted to the same type of dudes, man. Like you keep trying to go towards them, or they keep trying to come towards you, and like, I'm not even into y'all like that. And I know you're not into anyone, but at the same time, it's like it's this type of person in particular you're not into. So just take notes, okay? Just take notes of that. Like, just take notes of the fact that you're just not into that type of dude no more. Like, you into something else. Something else is an entirely different beast is what I heard. So, I mean, hopefully, meet them in this new area. Okay? I've been burned so many times all over it. I feel that. But I mean, like, friends. Like, maybe you just want to make friends. A special friend. Want to make a friend, go to a hotel. She's like, no, I'm not even into that. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just putting it out there, just in case you are. I want to let you know, even though you consider yourself not on the market, a lot of people see you as on the market because you are flirtatious. So, IG story, profile stalkers and porn bots. What's up with that this year? People are obsessive as fuck when you put yourself out in the spotlight. They have nothing. It's the bums. They don't really have anything else to do other than stalk. So. The bums. What else we got? From Miss Lama's Chula. There is some, PTSD is popping up a little bit. Okay, so you do have some PTSD that's going to be popping up within these next couple of months. I personally feel it's because you're healing. Now, you might view this as like, oh, because I'm getting triggered. People might trigger you in a certain way, and then you might react a certain way. But I view this as you're actually trying to heal a piece of yourself, because you're reacting less and less. If you look at it from the perspective that, oh my God, I need to tone it down and do this and do that, and I'm having a fucking panic attack, and that makes it worse. But when you realize like you're not even fucking acting. You're not even fucking acting like you used to. The reaction is just not there. So that shows that your PTSD is falling back. It's falling back. It's saying, you're saying get back in there. Like, not even be back in there. It's like, get the fuck away from me. Have a lot of health issues downstairs. I feel. Let's see. But, you know they can take care of themselves, right? Both of them, all of them. You know they can take care of themselves, right? A lot of the time, they find a way. Okay, they find a will, they find a way. You're gonna have some free time on your hands when when you do move and get settled. You're gonna have some free time. I'm just being honest. I see free time. Yeah. Definitely. You might even have free time coming up because you are doing a lot of saving, and it's like, oh, I'm not going out, not ordering, not doing none of this shit. You'll have some free time. Your little flirtatious ass. Little flirtatious ass. They said it's okay also to take breaks or vacations. Like even if it's like a very small vacation to a place near you, it's okay to do that. Like I say, get a hotel. Wherever it goes, it goes. Maybe that's not what you're about. I'm laying it out. I'm just saying. It's a possibility. Don't hold you. You a little pent. I'm gonna be honest with you. You a little pent up. You a little pent up. Just a little bit. Just. Un poco? I don't know. Is that it? A little? Un poco. Little. They said take a hoe out, crop some hoes out the picture. Oh my fucking god. Want to move out of state, maybe Florida or Atlanta? Okay. I'm moving down south too, cause wait until after the hurricane season. Okay, this is September is hurricane season. All prices on properties, I can see them dropping in the fall. Like I said, December is going to be perfect time for any type of property. So just keep saving. Just keep saving. Things that I do see changing. Okay. Now the relationship with the father, is that even there at all? With the father of your children, is that there at all? Because they mentioned that a little bit. And that might be something that stresses you a little bit. Or maybe it's just finding a stable figure like that. But I don't think you realize how happy they really are, your kids. They really are happy. But I saw someone post on Twitter about Virgo moons, especially if they're women hating other women. What's your take on that? I mean, Virgos in general don't like competition. They just don't. Okay, they will chew you up and spit you out. Like, that's how Virgo doesn't like when a woman tries to get too close to their mans. But a lot of Virgos actually do have very good part with other women. It's just when the other woman kind of like gets envious or jealous or starts talking, just talking too much. Virgo women typically don't like drunk women, like they just don't like that. They don't like women who are false and just fake on the outside and even fake on the inside. So I don't, Virgos just can't take perfection. No, but he trying out of the blue after 7 years just because his mother just passed away last week. I just want to let you know that your kids are happy with you. They are happy, genuinely, they are happy with you. I know this is putting extra stress on you because this is like a confrontation thing, but I want you to let your kids decide on whether they want anything to do with that situation. Because I'm going to tell you it's a 98% no. But, babe, like, at the end of the day, I know you're super worried. You're like, oh my God, I can't let these kids around this fucking this person is a fucking mess. At the end of the day, leave it in their hands. You can trust them. You can, genuinely. You can trust them. They're happy with you, though. I'm saying, like, 98%, it's like, that 98% is, hell no, I don't want you at all near me. Okay? You can trust them with the choice. If he trying to try, don't let him make it about you, because he gonna try to confront you and be like, yo, you won't let me around this and let me around that. Just be like, it's up to them. And whatever they say goes. It's not up to you. nigga. And it's definitely not up to me. Let it be. Okay? Let it be. Like, you ain't my nigga, and I ain't your bitch. Okay? That's just the way it is. Alright? Got her anything for her, or done anything for her in 12 years. Then that tells, like I said, they love you. They don't even know that nigga. He can try to do whatever he wants to do. Right? His mother might have even told him to. But at the same time, it's their choice. It's always going to be their choice. You know. She going to be 13 in October. That's exciting. Definitely not an exciting age. But she's growing. And she's, like I said, they really intelligent. They all got your intelligence, hands down. Emotional intelligence, they on par with it. They're right there with it. You know, they don't always, you know, of course, you know, your son had that little dipper, but they really intelligent, incredibly. So that's just youngisms when you get to a relationship with a user. You're not trying to repeat your mistakes or anything like that. They're learning the ropes just as, I mean, some of us had to do that shit rougher, but learning the ropes. Learning the ropes. Okay? It's going to show, and I feel like this is going to feel satisfying to you. Like, it's going to almost feel like some payback to you. Because, I mean, the favoritism thing, right? Like, you really, like, give equal fairness to all your children, you know. The way, you know, you've had to do everything by yourself for the most part. So, I'm saying, it's kind of like payback. It's kind of like payback. It's like, nigga, you, first of all, you left your whole entire family out on the streets and shit, and now you're wanting to crawl back. That's a laughable moment. So you get the, you at the end of the day, Miss Chula, you got the last laugh. You got the last laugh. To me, it's too late, but I told her if she ever wanted to connect with her dad, she can, with no hesitation. Yeah. That's the position, and I know how hard that is, but that's the position. And like I said, your kids love you. They would do anything for you, and they would choose you for sure over that situation. You know, it wouldn't even take 24 hours for them to see that situation ain't it. So, yup. They say he's a fucking idiot. There you go. Does he got other kids? Stubby, you weighing down the whole table. Get your little fat ass off of him. Come on. Stubby. She telling me to get off, most likely. She's like, I'm hungry though. Stop it. Aw, she cutie pie. What you doing? Get off the table. You're gonna knock that shit down. It's just unsteady. See, she's peeking up over here. Stop it. Alright, boo. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah. You don't want to be up here. Do I have more? No. Does he have any other kids? Does he have kids? Outside of you? I'm just curious. Favoritism. Something about that came up. He treats them the same. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Well, at this point, yeah, I think, like I said, you already know the situation, and they trust your judgment overall. And I don't see a foreseeable future where they want to be that close to him at all. In fact, it's like, okay, so they're emotionally intelligent enough to read the room and read the situation. It's like, okay, you're desperate, and even kids don't like desperate energy. They don't like his energy. They really don't like fuck with his energy. Put some fucking money forward towards the move, nigga. That's what I say. Put some money forward for your kids. Towards the move. Alright, huh? I gotta get off so I can go take a piss. He said his mother should have swallowed him. He a poor excuse for me. Clearly his mother didn't teach him any manners or anything. Didn't teach him how to be anything. So whatever he going through right now emotionally, he's brought onto himself. He feels alone most likely, but it's like, nigga, for real? Stubby, stop trying to get up here, love. Here. Y'all about to see Stubby. Come on. Get up. There you go. Here she is, y'all. This is her. Why do you want to? I know you telling me to get off. Alright. Yeah, because I gotta take a piss. Her Taurus ass. Look at her little tail. You're very cute. What are you looking at? Yeah, she's very cute. She's trying to hug me. Thanks for the read. Thank you. Like I said, that move is coming, and it's gonna come a lot faster than you think it is. People are like, "Oh, September, so slow." Wait until that shit go, because that shit's gonna fly by. It's gonna fly by. It feels slow in the beginning because Virgo season, the transition and everything like that. But get your ass out of my face. She is. Get your shit out of my. She trying to get in the box. Get your ass out of my face. She said no. Okay. Thank you, Desiree. I'm glad that I got you latched on. Continue to ride. That's what I'm saying. Continue to ride because it gets more interesting. This is why actually are like tamer nights, to be honest with you, because usually I'm a lot more wired up. I don't know why I was so tired tonight, but usually I'm fucking dishing them out, livid. So you're very cute. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go take a big fat fucking piss. Y'all get your breakfast. Y'all eat. Y'all go do what you gotta do. Okay. Stay happy, stay healthy type shit. They said be free in the song. They talking about be free, be free, be free. Go be free, bitch. Go do your thing. Love y'all. And I'll see you. Motherfucker. Let me out of here. Gotta piss.